and welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 7 races at Belmont Park on Wednesday. Let's have a look at the likely conditions. We're forecasting some showers in Perth, maybe a possible storm. The track to be in the soft 5 range and the rail to be at the 18-metre position with a cutaway applying in the straight. Race number 1 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:14. It's the Tap Touch Plate over 1,200 metres. The replay horse can look at Mystery Miss trialling at Belmont Park on the 28th of May.
Miss is back to last over on the inside and trying to get to the outside is Classy Friar, and going through in the middle is Jenna Bell. 250 to go. Sunol just in front. Ping Me and others on the outside. Driving through is Heroic Words, coming through nicely. Just behind the Mystery Miss has picked up a fair bit of ground under a hold. On the outside is Without Reason, and down the outside is Classy Friar, but driving through Heroic Words, Sunol, and coming late at them is Without Reason. Sunol just won from Without Reason.
I think it's safe to say that Mystery Miss would not be debuting in the cerise and white colours of Peter's Investments if she wasn't ready to do herself justice as a 2-year-old starter. Like both of her trials, the latest was behind Sonol, who reappears in this race here down the bottom, number 11, with Jason White in the board. Daughter of Animal Kingdom, this horse, outside gate, but expected to settle back. And she goes on top here with question marks about the likely favourite. That horse is number 5, Special Reward. Pick of the trial has certainly won its latest by 6 lengths. Blinkers on first time, well related as well. It's a half of Showy Chloe and Hell Riaz. The concern has to be the form of the Miller stable, so only goes in for second. Number 1, Arnie's Boy, was beaten 6 lengths by Black Sabbath. The visor's come off for its second run this preparation. And then number 6, The Real Supply, looks like the pick of the runners from the Daniel Morton stable. My top selection in the first race, going to go with number 10, Mystery Miss, to beat 5, Special Reward, 1, Arnie's Boy, and 6, The Real Supply. Race number 2 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 1:49. It's the Hahn Super Dry Handicap over 1,000 metres. The replay race going to go 3 starts back for Finally French second behind Shania Style at Ascot.
That right, significant streak. Finally French coming right to the outskirts of the track at the 200. Shania Style reaches the lead. Quickly shot 2 in front of Is That Right. Finally French charging down the outside. It's Shania Style in front though. The post looming. Shania Style wins it by a length. Finally French made up.
The replay race obviously significant here with Finally French and Shania Style going head to head for the second time. Finally French gets a really good opportunity to turn the tables. Meets Shania Style 3.5 kilos better for the length margin, has been beaten narrowly by Masquerade in 2 subsequent runs, and those form references are very strong. So number 1, Finally French, goes on top. From the obvious, which is number 2, Shania Style, won 2 of her last 3. Was thrashed by Fabergino, unfortunately, in between. She's a half of Belter, has the exact same racing pattern. She'll lead them to the turn and then ask them to run them down. I think there's a big gap then to number 3, Texas Moon, who's got 4 lengths to make up on Finally French from last month. And then number 5, City Chant, backs up 7 days after finishing second over course and distance. Likes to lead, unlikely to get the lead here with number 2, Shania Style, engaged with Taylor Stone claiming it as well. So my top selection in race number 2, going to go with number 1, Finally French, to beat 2, Shania Style, 3, Texas Moon, and 5, City Chant. Race number 3 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 2:24. It's the Salinger Handicap over 2,100 metres. The replay race going to look at Fast as the Wind, winning at Ascot last start.
Straight at the 300, Western Star the leader from Echoes in time, 2 lengths Fast as the Wind getting into the clear. Yeah, Bravo not doing enough, and here comes Salon de Cheval. It's starting to wind up now as Fast as the Wind reaches the lead on the outside. Echoes in time battling, and Salon de Cheval coming at them. They went to the line, they split it. Fast as the Wind.
Fast as the Wind, she's no superstar, but she did run on well to defeat the previously unbeaten Salon du Cheval 3 weeks ago, and she certainly rates as the most likely winner of this staying contest. They do tend to take it in turns, but I think Fast as the Wind, that's won 2 of its last 4 starts, may well make it 3 from 5 with Brody Kirby aboard for Adam Durant. Goes on top from number 2, Duck Feet, possesses ability but has a pretty poor strike rate, just the 2 wins from 18 starts. You can say the same about number 3, Montagna, running really well, but just like Duck Feet, that poor strike rate, doesn't win out of turn, has had 6 second places and just a 1 win from 9 efforts. And then number 4, Midnight Banquet, won 2 in a row at Ascot back in April. The last 2 have been really poor. It's one of those races where you can't rule out anything, and if he was to bounce back to 4 Midnight Banquet, he'd be right in this up to his neck, so he goes in for 4th. My top selection in race number 3, going to go with number 1, Fast as the Wind, to beat 2 Duck Feet, 3 Montagna and 4 Midnight Banquet. Race number 4 at Belmont on Wednesday will jump at 3 o'clock. It's the Merriwell Handicap over 1,700 metres. The replay horse going to look at Nordic King at Belmont Park on the 26th of May.
Then by at the head of the others, Ancient Hope. Inside of it then came Altamont. Down on the rails, Aconite at the 250, and still Alpha Sky leads the way. Alpha Sky kicked a length and a half in front. Aconite tracking through on the inside though, getting around its heels. Gifted Warrior coming down the outside with Al Gulmali, but Aconite reached the lead. Gifted Warrior charging at it. They hit the line. Aconite narrowly.
Nordic King's claim to fame is that he was the only horse that William Pike didn't ride to victory a couple of Saturdays ago at Belmont Park. Pikey had 6 winners from 7 rides. Nordic King finished 4th. There was plenty of merit to the performance, certainly the way he finished off that race. Won on debut at Northern. Pikey has ridden in both of his starts. He sticks here. I think Nordic King strikes a weaker race and he goes on top. From number 1, The Rake, who failed to get into Saturday's finale, was the first emergence. He gets in here with the top weight. Did win a Class 1 4 starts ago. He's open to improvement. 3rd up this preparation. Number 6, Altamont, comes out of the replay race, had no luck behind Nordic King, over-raced early on and then was held up in the straight, goes in for 3rd here. And number 8, Echoes in Time, won for the exotics, got a bit of ability but certainly doesn't win out of turn, hasn't won for 532 days. My top selection in race number 4, going to go with the likely favourite, number 3, Nordic King, to beat 1, The Rake, 6, Altamont and 8, Echoes in Time.